coming. I really appreciate it. I know this is mandatory, so you're here because both of you had to be here, but I really think you're going to enjoy this. I have had the opportunity and the privilege of seeing April Lewis and Carol French speak twice now, and both times, I've been on two different topics, but both times it was just fabulous, I thought, personally. And Maggie's shaking her head. She went to one of them with me. So I thought these would be some great people to bring in to talk to all of you. So they are here today. I'm not going to take any more of their time because I want them to have it all. So thank you so much, you guys, for coming today.
Thanks,
very good.
Christine.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
okay.
come on now. A little more
We got our work cut out
enthusiasm.
for us.
Come on.
Come on in. People who are walking in, welcome. Glad you're here. Of course, the only seating left is up front, right by Carol. So.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Well, everybody knows where this is, right? Wouldn't it be great if we were having this meeting at that place? My mom has a bed and breakfast up the street from here. This is not an ad for her B&B, but if you need a lovely place to stay in Cannon Beach, you can connect with me later. Okay, never mind about that. All right, let's get going.
Okay. Where's the remote control, April?
It's in my pocket where it always resides. Here we go. So unconscious bias, we sometimes call this your Freudian slip is showing. We also call this topic, you don't know what you don't know, and you don't even know you don't know it. That's how deep we got to go for this information today. All right, you ready? Okay, so we always like to start off with a little introduction. Here's us in our most culturally agile selves, Carol, today,
yes.
huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, what painting is this a parody of? American Pie. Oh, we have some
smart people today.
Artsy folks in here today, yes. Grant Wood, an Iowa painter. I was born and raised in Iowa, so I have a soft spot for him. That is not the farmer and his crabby daughter. That is actually the farmer's dentist and it's Grant Wood's dentist and his sister, Grant Wood's sister. And he felt bad later that he made her look so crabby in that painting that he did another portrait of her alone to try to sort of rectify this bad feeling that he'd created, and she looked just as crabby in the second one. So I don't know what his image of, I think he had some deep-seated psychological problems. I don't know. Anyway, this is in Eldon, Iowa. We were there one day on a very hot, humid Iowa day with a whole bunch of family members, and you can go into the visitor center and, borrow clothes and pitchforks and whatnot. April got the last dress on the rack that day.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of awful. It couldn't zip it up or whatever, so. Anyway, so I'm glad to be here. I come to this work from a background in public education. I spent 39 years in high school, which is, that was actually after I graduated from high school and college. And so that alone is probably worth some kind of, Purple Heart Award or something. But, and I was a diversity trainer for my school district. And after I retired from that, April and I started this business, and we do it together. And it's kind of the same thing. I figure if I can teach high school kids, I can do anything. So.
Very good.
Yeah.
And I'm April Lewis. I come to this work from a background of public service and social services. So I started working with people with disabilities when I was 15. My dad made me, and it was a good experience. And I just have kept going, trying to make myself into a more culturally responsive and agile person. And I have to tell you, it's going pretty good, but it's such a lifelong process. There's always more there. So. That's what we're doing today. I was the countywide diversity manager for Multnomah County. So was the first group when I worked with attorneys. The county attorney had me do her team building and annual meetings, and got to sort of a little glimpse into the world of how to train attorneys and support staff. And so that was fun, and I've been doing it ever since. So I worked there for 10 years, and I went to Kaiser Permanente. Turned myself into a bit of an expert on the delivery of culturally responsive health care. And I have to tell you, it's pretty much like the delivery of legal services. It's pretty much like the delivery of education. There are some consistent patterns that go throughout for how to be effective in those different venues. There's also disparities that go in all those situations that are part of the result of unconscious bias and implicit bias on the part of people trying to provide good service and intending to provide good service. And I just want to thank you for the good work that you do for the state and for citizens like Carol and I. We appreciate it very much, don't we, Carol?
We do.
Yes. And so I always like to start off my sessions thanking the people that are in front of us, because